And I guess the next question is, why 150? Well, because that's how many original Pokemon there are except for Mew. I don't know. It's just that's as logical a reason as any other. I just figured with 150, that's enough games for me to include the ones that everybody connects with the Sega Genesis and the ones that are known as just being the really great Sega Genesis titles. Be able to also do the hidden gems nobody's played. And at the same time, put in the stuff that I grew up on and some stuff that I'm just taking a complete chance on. There's also a very even mix there, pretty much, of games that I have a lot of experience with and games I have no experience with. And one thing about this channel is that I'm going to do as little editing as possible, even once I learn how. I plan on showing you guys my failures, my successes. If I'm playing a game for the first time, you are going to see me pick up that game from the very first time and play it until I complete my goal or give up in complete utter frustration. So there's not going to be any editing and rehearsal. It's all what you see is what you get. If that means it takes me 30 videos to get through a game, then that's what happens. I'm not sure if anybody's ever done it that way with a Let's Play before. They might have, I don't know. I haven't seen all of them, obviously. And I've certainly seen people die. I just don't know if I've ever seen them restart. Usually they fast forward. I would like for, you know, people who are that interested to see what the process was, how I got better. Or how I gave up because I got frustrated and threw my controller on the ground. There's a lot of little details in this game to appreciate that I think a lot of... It's really easy to overlook, especially in an older game like this. But look at some of the body motions as we go into this next level. You gotta remember that back then making these sprites was a lot more hands-on than it is now. So I like how his fist kind of does a karate punch where it's from the waist and he goes to the full range of motion with a twisting like a corkscrew punch. And that's very obvious on some of the transformations. Like when we get to the tiger especially, look for it.
Power up.
A friend that I showed the first video to, she mentioned how she's not a gamer, which made it really fascinating for her to watch the video. She mentioned how she likes that the zombies both break into a million pieces and light on fire whenever you hit them. I'm about to get my ass kicked. I got like 6 things coming for me at once. Sometimes though that happens, you just bounce off of stuff. I don't know why it happens sometimes it doesn't, but thank God for it.
Welcome to your doom.
What am I doing? That was a bad idea. Oh crap, die! I've got to find a way to get closer. Damn it. Yeah, we're gonna do continues. I had played this game religiously before when I first started thinking about just going through. My initial idea was I just want to complete basically every difficulty level, every character on every Sega Genesis game. That was my first goal. It was completely outlandish and crazy. And I played this game a lot, so I could do this really well. And I actually am starting these videos. I got really excited because I didn't think I'd be able to find the mic I needed. And when I found it today, I'm like, all right, we're going. I've actually got a better controller in the mail for this sort of thing, but it's not here yet. And I'm like, screw it, we're not waiting. While I have the time, we're gonna go for it. But the only problem is I'm way out of practice on Altered Beast, so it's kind of a loftier goal than I expected to get through all 3 difficulty levels. But we're just gonna go ahead and use the continue. I used to make the excuse that if it says you can do it in the instruction manual, it's not cheating. And I'm pretty sure that it mentions that continue option in the instruction manual. It'd be a good thing to show you guys anyway. See, oh man, stuff just falls on top of me. Right when I'm transforming. That is something that never stops being irritating. Is that when you're about to transform and you're doing your little power-up thing, there's not a damn thing you can do to defend yourself. Usually stuff just pushes you out of the way, so it looks like somebody tried to fix that problem. This is like kind of a cheap boss, and it's really the only way I've found to successfully beat him. I have seen people do it with the bubble freezing move before, but I find that more difficult most of the time. Not this time, though. Jesus. But, at the very least, in either this or the video before it, I'm not sure how long this has gone on. I want to try to keep these videos at 10 minutes. But that's what this channel is all about. 150 games. This is number 1. And I'll make sure I announce the goal for each one before we get started and tell you a little bit about my history with it. Just comment, and every once in a while I might even shut the hell up and let you just watch the game. No promises. Come on, duck. There we go. You see that? That was awesome. Why am I asking if you can see that? Why don't you answer me? I don't like this controller because it's set up more like a PlayStation controller. Or a Super Nintendo even, where it's got like the 4 buttons and kind of a diamond pattern. And Sega games are not designed to work that way, so my C button is way far out, and sometimes it seems like more work than it should be to jump. And I need to jump here because I need to get rid of those flying things as quickly as I can. They can tear you up because there's no real defense for them once they start climbing down on you, which is why this tiger thing is good here. Look at some of the details, though, like on that punch. See how his arm makes that full range of motion? I like that.
Welcome to your doom.
Notice how his palm goes out, too. Like, he's really putting effort into it. It's just... I think it's cool. But this was definitely a game that took a while for me to fully appreciate. It wasn't until I discovered that, you know, the thing I keep mentioning, that it's more of a points-based game than a game about completing the levels, that I realized that it's actually really fun. It's a really fun points game. I mean, put it in the category of other stuff like Space Invaders and Pac-Man, and those are great games. Altered Beast just seems to fit in there as something unique for people who like to play for points. It's a unique kind of game. It's not one you normally see. All right, let's cheat. And that's how you cheat. A and start. But you don't get to see this kind of game very often for people who like to play games for points. So it's kind of a nice change of pace. Whew, that was close. Let me just kick their heads off. Done. See that? All the zombies fall into a million pieces and then light on fire. I always like that they're, especially when you haven't powered up yet, their heads come off first. That's what I always, that was awesome. Look at like the rib cage showing on those like demon creatures, those green guys. These guys are a pain in the freaking ass. At least in this game they are. They're going to show up in another game we're going to get to experience coming up pretty soon. There's a little teaser for you about what my next choice might be. And they're less of a pain there because they kind of help you out. Yeah, unfortunately, because of the way this all worked out, the first 2 games in this video series are going to be made by essentially the exact same team. They're both published by Sega. Both launch titles. And both developed about the same time, and there's actually several things you'll notice that are similar about them.
Welcome to your doom.
Ow! Damn it! Ah, shit. Stuff like that sucks. Getting tapped multiple times. Alright. Seriously, though? Seriously? I can't replay this level again. We have to beat this. I don't mind the fact that I'm probably going to have to restart the level after it. I understand, and that's fine. But we have got to beat this one. Yeah, sorry for sucking so bad. I kind of wanted all to be just... Ah, what am I doing? Alright, I'm going to play it very safe. Or not.